Good morning. I'm at Armani Grand it's called. This is my crib for a few days that I'm in Cebu. It's close to the airport. It is very nice. I just want to give you a little tour around before I give you my thoughts on what I'm going to do in the future and my thoughts about being in England when I was there for the month. The comparison between living in the UK and living in here personally. I'm not saying it's going to apply to everyone. So just have a quick walk around here, and then I'll go up to the room. I'll show you the room. I'll give you a tour, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the facilities first. So here's a pretty nice. Well, it is a nice pool. It's much smaller than the last place I was in. So the pool's... There's a pool there, and in that room above there, I'm going to go to it now, is a well-equipped gym. It's a nice gym. So I've been there the last two days, 2 mornings. I'm going to pause you. I'll pause you and I'll go up to the gym. So this is the gym. I'm just doing a film. So this is a nicer gym than the last place. It's smaller, but it's well equipped, and it's got a nice view. It overlooks the pool. We've got cross trainers, rowing machine, bikes. I haven't used that. I've only used the running machine so far. And we've got this there. Got a problem here because there's no water. So after the gym, there's no shower. No shower, and they're building showers down here. They're building showers down here, but they're not finished yet. Not done. But it's a nice little equipped gym. Lots of weights there, up to 30 kilos. I've got YouTube channel. A vlogger. Salamat. Okay. I'm going to go back. Right, there's a view of the mountains from up here. You can see they're doing a bit of work. This whole block is not open yet. So they're doing a little bit of work here on it. This is quite a nice feature, these chairs that you can sit in the pool. If you're doing something on your phone and you drop it, you might be in trouble, or you will be in trouble. So this is the outside of the block. It's quite nice. It's like, well, it isn't an infinity pool because it comes over. The water goes over there. The reception area isn't much. There's a lady here who's you've got to sign everything. Well, I suppose that's the rules. So we're in block B. Over there is block A. I don't know how many more blocks there are. There's a water tower up there. And this is the lady who's very strict on making you sign. What is it? Is it Amina? Amani. All right. Amani. And she's got a little book here, and you have to sign in and out and out and in. And everything. So they're good at security. See you later. Right, we'll go upstairs. I'll put you on pause again. So I'm on the 3rd floor. It's just sort of got a Spanish feel to it. It's either a Spanish feel or a jail feel to the outside of the flats. There's quite a lot here. Now the person who owns this is Chinese, so this is 317, 316. We move along here, 315, and now it's 312, which is my place. So the reason he's done that is because of Feng Shui, or Feng Shui. It's unlucky to put the 313 and 314 in there, and that's why you can see there's 1, 2, 3, there's 5 floors, but there's no 4th floor or something like that. So the floors are not in the normal order. They're out of order really, because of his Feng Shui beliefs. Okay, now come into my crib. So the first thing you notice here is the kitchen. Very lovely, good appliances. Brand new air fryer, rice cooker. They're all in really good condition. Microwave, storage cupboards, and you just have to excuse it. It's not. I haven't just got here, so it is a little bit used. It's a bit untidy. Right, the bathroom is really nice as well, except the door, which just sticks at the bottom. But the shower, I've never seen a shower like this. I'll show you. If you do a shower like this, there's levers there, so different levers for different things. There's a hand one, overhead one, like a rain shower, and there's another handheld one. So you've got to use the different levers for the different showers that you want to use. It's quite it's a nice shower. And there's a water heater there. So a nice big fridge. There's things in the sink. So there's plenty of cupboard space, but it's not as big as my last one. But nice decor, nice pictures and the walls, and those bits of stick the twisty bits of stick that make it really, that give it that classy touch. Got to have a twisty bit of stick, and nice TV, powerful internet here, very fast and very reliable. And this is seat that folds up to a sofa bed. It's a sofa bed, but it doesn't look very comfortable. I haven't even sat on it. It doesn't look that comfortable as a sofa. So if you want to watch TV here, you've got to really lie on the bed. And there's a little counter here where you can, a breakfast bar sort of thing. It is nice. I quite like it. So, and this is the balcony. It's a fairly big sized balcony. Not a view of the water tower. Not much of a view, but it's pretty quiet here. And we've got some Aussie netting on this door. So as I say, I can walk to the airport from here. Now I'm going to give you my thoughts when I set up my stand here. Okay, I think I've got that going to a lesser or greater degree. I've been back in Cebu for about 3 or 4 days. I stayed in another place before this, which was pretty nice. It was in a township, but I slept a lot of the time there. So, but it was a nice place, and this is the place I wanted to stay from the start, but I couldn't get it booked for the first 2 days. So, and I arrived like 2 o'clock in the morning. Wasn't, or no, it was more closer to 3. So the thing was, when I left Gatwick, they wanted an onward ticket, and they wouldn't let my luggage through until I had an onward ticket. So I thought, my first thought came into my mind was, oh, let's go, let's do Spain, let's do the Spain bit and forget about Philippines. But so I had to take the luggage off, and he said, we'll come back with an onward ticket and I'll let you on. I knew, I had a feeling that this might happen. I'd heard things in groups that I've been on, the Facebook groups, but I didn't think they'd actually do it. I don't know why. Anyway, I didn't think it was a thing. So if you come to the Philippines, you've got to have a ticket going somewhere else. Now, I knew there were fake ticket companies. I knew all about these things, but I had it in mind to go to Vietnam. So I thought, oh, before my 1 month, you get a 1 month free visa when you come here. So before the 1 month is up, I'll go to Vietnam. And lo and behold, I went away from the desk, sat down, and looked at what's it called, the flight program, the flight app. And anyway, my flight was still in there for a Skyscanner. I'm trying to think of. I can't think of these things while I'm in front of the camera. But anyway, Skyscanner, it was in there. The dates that I wanted to go originally were on the search engine. So all I had to press was go. And so now my full plan here is, so I'm staying here till Friday morning. Well, Friday morning I've got to check out at 11 o'clock. Then I get a flight to Palawan, which is where my friend Graham is, and it's supposed to be a beautiful island, and I really wanted to go to Palawan ever since I've been in the Philippines. So it looks absolutely amazing, and so I'm going to Puerto Princesa. I booked accommodation there just yesterday for about 4 nights in Puerto Princesa. See how things are, and I might move on up towards Port Barton, I fancy, and then up to El Nido, and then maybe over to Coron. So I'm there for 3 weeks. Then I had to change my flight from, it was coming back to here, to Cebu, but the flight I booked was leaving from Manila. So I booked a flight from Palawan to Manila in 3 weeks' time. It's the 9th of November. 9th of November. Go to, is it 9th of November? Yeah, 9th of November. Go to Ho Chi Minh City, which is Saigon, and I've booked accommodation there for about 4 nights, I think, there. So I don't really fancy staying in the city for too long, but I'll do a video from it and move on. I fancy Nha Trang for the next destination, and maybe go up the whole country. Let's see how things go. So I've just booked the first few nights, and I'll see what transport is like. I know there's a train there. I'll just see what transport's like. So it'd be great to taste another country. Ruby's not happy about any of this, but I've got to. A man's got to do what a man's got to do. I just want the experiences. So I can stay in one place for a long time. I stayed here for 6 months in the condo, but I just want to taste a few different things. And after that, in my mind, so I fly back to Manila. In my mind, I want to try Baguio, but you never know. I might get a liking for any of these places before, and I might decide that I just want to stay there. So what the question arises: compare my experiences in the UK with what I've come back to here. So I had 4 weeks in the UK. The first 2 weeks I worked in my old job because they're short of staff, and it was really nice of me to get back into the swing of things. And I needed my car for that, because it's very hard to get to without a car. So I enjoyed those 2 weeks. I enjoyed getting back to pool and getting back to the swing of just getting back to what I used to do and getting paid for it as well. So 2 weeks there, and the weekends in between. So 2 weekends, I booked myself, well, with the help of Val, who lives there where I used to stay, the over 60s home in Bishop Stortford. I put a video of Bishop Stortford in then as well. So I booked it was 3 weekends, but I had to cancel the third. So 2 weekends there, did work, and I had a great time. In the between weekends, I managed to see friends I hadn't seen since I left. I managed to do a 10k in London, the Vitality 10k in London, in the slowest time I've ever done it, but it was really nice and comfortable. It's not nice and comfortable running in that colder weather. And I did a park run in my local park, and I did another park run up in Scotland when I was visiting Tim. So I've recorded a lot of this, and I've posted it of the trip afterwards. So it's 2 weeks working. Then on the Monday morning after the second week, I left to go on a road trip, which I'd planned. I was planning to do the whole month, but I did just 1 week. So the first day I drove up to Yorkshire to see Bev. It's a shame it was raining all the way up, but it was really nice to see Bev, and she's got a Airbnb up there, which I didn't get to record for you, but it's beautiful. It's a lovely Airbnb. It's more than an Airbnb. She's put too much effort into it. In a place called Richmond in Yorkshire. Richmond, I did a video on Richmond. I've put it up, so if you're not caught up, catch up with that one. Lovely town. Then after that, I'd only stayed 1 night with her. Then I motored over to a place called Morecambe. Did a couple of videos there. Morecambe's next to Lancaster. Did a video there, and beautiful places. I really love them. Really enjoyed this trip. After that, I went to the Lake District. Did just 1 night in the Lake District, but fantastic. Driving through the Lake District it really was amazing. It's one of the most beautiful places I've been to. The mountains, the lakes, just the greenery, especially after staying here so long, the greenery. Then I went up to Scotland and visited a friend of mine called Tim. He's bought and built his own, or he didn't build it, but he bought this house for very little, and he's put lots of his own money into it, and he's made it a really lovely place. In a place called Glenluce in the south of Scotland. That video I haven't put the Scottish videos up yet. That's going to come up soon. But I wanted to do this as a respite from the UK videos. So, right, so after Scotland, I stayed with Tim just for the weekend, the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and I left on Monday to go back to Ian, my brother. Stayed with Ian for the last 3 nights. So Ian lives in Harpenden, so that was one trip from Scotland to Harpenden. It's a tiring, it's probably about 7 or 8 hours. I did stop a couple of times on the way, and the next day, on the Tuesday, I had my last walking trip with my walking group, London Urban Adventurers, if anyone is interested. I know quite a lot of you watch it as well, so hello to London Urban Adventurers, all you adventurers. So I've got a lovely walking group in London on Meetup, and we went out to, where did we go? Oh yeah, we did an unplanned walk. I had to work it out in the morning, and it turned out to be a lovely day. It was a bit cold, and we ended up at the Civil Service Club, which I'm a member of. That's my last little taste of the Civil Service Club. But it was a lovely day, and then as it happens, I sold my car on the next day, on the Wednesday. So that was last week Wednesday. I sold it to one of my neighbours in the over 60s home, who said she'd had an accident in her car and she was looking for another car, and I just so happened to say, oh well, I'm selling my car. She wasn't interested at first, but she spoke to her brother, and then she had some interest in it. He said it was a good bargain. Well, it was a good bargain. I sold it to her a very good price. And it's nice that just a little bit of me stays at that home. So that's basically the story of this last month. And I got here via an 8-hour trip in China, in Shanghai, which I'm going to put that one up as well, the Shanghai video. So I could get out of the airport and I could walk around the town, but I was absolutely shattered after that. And then I got the last, that's 10 hours to get to Shanghai and another 4 hours to get here. The whole thing was it was tiring. I don't fancy too many more long haul flights. Right, my views on UK and here. Obviously, UK is a first world country, but I think food in England, there's masses of variety compared to here, masses, and really I think the food is much cheaper over there in the supermarket. I'm not talking about restaurants. I very rarely go to restaurants, and even here I don't go that much. So I would say supermarket food is cheaper over there, and you've got lots of bargains, and you've got, as I say, variety is amazing. Life itself, obviously the weather is hugely different. You're not walking around in shorts or anything there, but it wasn't that cold. It was about I would say 9 or 10 or even more. Some days when I first got there, it was like about 15, 16. So it was getting colder and colder. Obviously, it's the time of year. People were friendly, really friendly. People up north were really. If I lived in the UK, I would want to live somewhere up north. People were really much more friendly up there, and in Scotland. Really, most people say hello to you, but the big difference is you notice a real lack of people compared to here. It's like everything is empty. Tim wants me to live in Scotland, which is very appealing. But it's the antithesis of what is here. So you've got no people, you've got cold weather, but you've got beautiful fields, you've got beautiful places to walk and castles, and you've got lots of days out there as well, and you've got a chance to meet people and a chance to socialise. Whereas here, all the conversations are very, they're not hard conversations, but they're difficult. They're not like speaking to English people where you just talk your normal way. You know they'll understand you and you understand them. So conversation, when I first got there, conversation was an absolute luxury. I really enjoyed conversation anyway. But here you've got to pronounce your vowels more, and you've got to go a bit slower, and it's just a little bit more different. But I forgot how absolutely super friendly people are here. So it's not that much difference. It's just people here are a bit more outgoing than in the UK. It takes a while to know people in the UK, but once you know them, I think generally you've got friends for life. What else was different? Yeah, as I say, I was staying in friends' houses, and I only paid for accommodation on about, I think, four nights, and the 2 weekends I had in the over 60s complex in Bishop Stortford were £45 for the whole weekend. So it's £15 a night for 3 nights, and then the other accommodation was also about £45. I'll put it up underneath when I edit this video. So whether it was the right decision to come back here, well, this is the first year I've been retired, so let's put it this way, let's travel for a year. I had the ticket back to Cebu, so I didn't have to pay for it. In my head, I'm planning to go to my daughter in Seattle in the summer, in their summer, June, July, or whatever month it is. So that'll be my next long haul trip. What else did I find different? Yeah, people have jobs over there. Obviously, the wealth thing, you do get people begging, but you're going on trains, and I think a lot of them are poor through their own fault, because you can get on there and you can get jobs, whereas here, the amount of poverty, also again, I went into a bit of a shock mode when you see the amount of poverty here, and people haven't got a hope. In England, they have got a hope. They're not in a hopeless situation, but here they are in a hopeless situation, especially if they're sick. Didn't have much experience with doctors or anything over there. Medication, it was great because I went to my pharmacy and I got 3 months medication, so I'm carrying around 3 months of medication with me, which is fantastic. Most things are cheaper there, and I can't deny that, but financially, the only thing that's going to cost you more is accommodation if you want to rent long term, and the cheaper the rent, the more of the chance you get neighbours from hell. But I'm happy I'm back. I'm very happy. I've seen Ruby. We went out yesterday and had a day at Tops, a day on the bus. We had a lovely time. It was a tiring day. Got back, I was going to do lots of things in the evening, and just both of us were really tired. But so we went to Tops, and then we went to where the casino is. There's El Corso. It's called City de la Mar. They're building a whole city there. El Corso is like the shopping centre there. So I did that, and I did a little video there, which I'll put up. It's had to go in the queue. And it's beautiful up at Tops. And it was lovely walking they've got a boardwalk at El Corso. It was lovely walking along the boardwalk. So yeah, and then we were stuck in a bit of a place where we couldn't really get back because it would have taken so long on the bus. We'd have had to get a bus to IT Park and then another bus from IT Park back, and there's so much traffic in Cebu. It is a highly trafficked area. And that's another difference between here and Scotland. There's no traffic there, or there's very little traffic. You can just drive it anywhere you want. You know, you're not going to get queues. Here, it's you're in a lot. It would have taken us about, probably from El Corso back to here, it would have taken at least 3 hours. So we decided to get a taxi. It was expensive. It was about it was 560 pesos, which is it's less than 10 quid, but it saved a lot of time. It still took about 35, 40 minutes. So that's you up to date. Now I've got to sort out my bags. I bought a big suitcase here, which is, I'll show you it now. It's there. It's at the bottom. So I don't want that big suitcase. I want that little black case, and I'm just taking my backpack as well, because I'm going to be charged in the plane for a big suitcase that I don't really want. So I'm pleased to say that Ruby has kindly offered to put it, keep it for me, keep the suitcase for me. Most of the stuff is like winter stuff, like heavy clothes that I'm not going to use. I'm definitely not going to use. And I'll have plenty of space for a wheelie and a backpack that would last me a long time. Yeah, so I've been sorting out the things that I want and the things that I'm going to give her. For now, I think I'm doing a full circle. It might not be a great picture from there. So for now, I'm going to say goodbye, and I'm going to put this one on, and then I'll continue my series on probably the north of England and Scotland. I want to edit a few videos today. I'm here. The aircon is going. This is the aircon. So that's going to be going all day, and I'm just staying in today. I'm having a easy day. So for now, I'll end this video. If there's anything I've forgotten, please tell me. See you soon.